Hey friends, welcome back to Pastors' Wives Tell All. All month long, we are interviewing some of our close friends, so you can see that as pastors' wives, you can have friends too. Get ready for fun, laughter, maybe some tears along the way, and enjoy these conversations. Let's get to it.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Jenna.
And I'm Stephanie.
And you are listening to Pastors' Wives Tell All,
A podcast by pastors' wives for church leaders and anyone desiring to take a peek inside our glass house.
We are breaking down walls and crushing pastors' wives stereotypes within the church.
We want pastors' wives and other ministry leaders to know that they are not alone in this. Plus, this is basically therapy for the three of us with a whole lot of dance parties. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey friends, and welcome back to Pastors' Wives Tell All. We are continuing our month of friendship with Stephanie's friend, Jennifer Gordy.
That was my drum roll.
Jennifer, thank you for being here today. We're so excited. Don't be nervous. It's going to be great.
It is. It's so good. She loves being in front of people. It's her favorite.
I feel like I'm here against my will.
I mean, you kind of are. It's okay.
It's fine. Okay, well, let's jump right in. So, Jennifer, tell us how you and old Steffi Poo 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 met.
Oh my gosh. When did y'all come? Was Bryce first grade? Going into first grade or second grade?
He was going into second grade, and we had come that summer to kind of like feel out the church and that sort of thing, the church people.
We were on the search committee looking for a youth pastor, and they came to our house. I didn't really interact with her at all.
Nope, she did not.
No. I don't like change, so getting to know new people I do not care for.
Yeah.
That's good. There's a lot of people out there like that. So we know it's hard for you to accept change.
Yes.
Are you in general, like personality-wise, so it takes you a while to trust people and open up to people?
90% of the time. There's very few people that get through that I just feel a connection with right away, but everybody else, I don't like you until I don't like you until I got to spend some time with you.
Okay, that makes sense. So when you first met Stephanie, let's just go back to the backyard of your house.
Okay.
For those of you on YouTube, we're doing we're just envisioning. When you met Stephanie, yes, you didn't talk to her, but what did you think about her? And then when you did finally talk with her and get to know her, what did you think? So give me both.
I think when you came to the house, was your hair blonde did you have dark roots or dark tips in your hair?
It is possible that my roots were dark.
I thought you looked like a little punk rocker chick. She didn't fit the mold of what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish we could find a picture. I really thought something was really dark.
Yeah.
So I thought you were a punk rocker.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You've never told me.
Yeah. I wish we could find a picture.
That makes me
I
so
thought
happy.
she hated me.
I do have the look that I hate everybody.
Yeah, no, well, maybe not hate that's a strong word, but I just remember because I'm like, hi everybody, be my friend, and then I'm like, I tried to talk to you and you're like, hi.
No, I don't want to be anybody's friend.
Okay, so then
Had to wear her down.
That night, maybe like your second or third interaction, like what did you like? Did you continue to think she was a punk rocker, or did you kind of warm up to her a little bit?
I don't remember our next couple meetings. I remember school started soon, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think we connected because our boys were going into, what do we say, second grade?
Second grade. Mm-hmm.
So she was coming to our school, her son was, and it was just a hard transition. So I think I think we invited Bryce to go get a puppy with us.
Oh,
that our pastor talked us into.
I love it.
It was a terrible dog. He's with a new owner. I think that's just how it started, because I think Bryce had he had a rough second grade year, I think.
He did. But I remember this about you because I was super nervous about my kids starting a new school, and we were in that house before the house we had bought. We were there for like a month. And I remember you called me and you did. You called me. You probably don't remember this, but it was the first day of school and you asked how it went and how Bryce was doing. And I remember thinking, she cares.
Aww.
Wow, I'm nice.
You were. I really remember that because you were the first person that I thought, oh, I think I could be her friend. I think she would be a good friend. Yeah.
I'll pat my back for that one. I do get nice moments. I do. I don't like the emotions. feely stuff. So.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Those, I mean, emotions aren't very comfortable for a lot of people.
No.
So I can actually resonate with that. So Jennifer.
Yes.
So was there a moment that you felt like, okay, I can trust Stephanie?
Yeah. And how long did it take you to?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I felt a moment. I just feel like with Stephanie, I don't know if people have this. I have different friends for different problems in my life. So I might not tell her certain things that are going on, but I will tell her things that I know she can help me with. So if it comes to children, I'll definitely go to her. I'll share anything with kids or need advice. I'll do kids.
She's a good mommy.
Yes. And I'm the one yelling at my kids in the grocery store. So.
Okay, so how long have y'all, so just to let people know, how long have y'all known each other?
So it's been 7.5 years.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
this
'cause
summer
my
will be 8.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yes. Okay, so we are doing this friendship series, and one of the questions that we get a lot, and when we're on retreats, is women going like, can we really be friends with church members? Can we open up to church members? Or can church members a lot of times go, we just think that they're too busy and we don't reach out, or they probably don't have time, so they don't do it. Or maybe they're scared and say they can't be their authentic self around a pastor's wife or anything. So for you, do you believe that you can have friendships with ministry leaders? And how has that been for you? Like, for a church member's point of view, do you believe that that can happen? Because there's a lot of women out there that go, I see my pastor's wives and I feel like I can't hang out with them or talk with them. So how has that been for you as a church member?
I definitely think you can have relationships. Where I grew up, we didn't go to church. I didn't know anything about God. I didn't even know if there was a Baptist church in the town I lived in. So I have no idea. But once you get to know the pastor's wives, they're human. They have the same problems. They're goofy. I mean, they're human. So they're really no different. So you can't really I don't look at them in a different light.
So how do we get church members to look at them in the same light that you look at everyone else? Do you see that within your church, that some people struggle to maybe be their authentic self with Stephanie?
I feel like with you, I don't know. I guess just because I know you and like our kids' pastor's, his wife, I don't let you slack. I tell you what I think and I ask you what's going on, and I don't know. I don't, but I know it's hard because people do want to hold you to a higher standard. Like we feel like you can't ever say or do anything wrong. But I did think about this. There are people that I've met in the church who I hold at a high standard, and then when they do something that's like, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have got to know them so well. But I don't do that with everybody. But
That's
we just can't think y'all are better than anybody else. I mean, because you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
So I think that's what everybody needs to know. You're human.
Right.
Yeah.
You have feelings. You make mistakes.
Good.
Yeah, honesty always.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. We hear those things a lot. It's across the board, that perspective. So did you have a hard time opening up and being your true, like yourself with Stephanie, or do you? Because you thought maybe you might be judged, or you couldn't be like your real self with a pastor's wife.
Or even like parenting. Like,
Yeah.
you're saying for y'all really hit it off with parenting, like to be able to like be honest and say, hey, I did this with my kid. Like, even though like you probably wouldn't tell the world, did you feel like you could tell Stephanie, like with marriage stuff or whatever, do you feel like you can be your real self and really tell her without thinking she's going to judge you?
I do think so. I think it's probably her as a person. Like, I don't know anybody else. I mean, I feel like I can tell her anything. Honestly, again, because she's human, she's a person. I mean,
Yeah.
She's felt it. She's been there. I mean, if I go to her with a problem with the child, she kind of like talks me off the ledge. Like, you're not so bad. You didn't do wrong. Think of it this way. She's had her own struggles with her own kids. So, I mean, it really comes down to, we can't hold the pastors or their wives to be imperfect, because you will be let down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to learn that, seeing our pastor outside of church.
Yeah.
I mean, and just seeing him, he's just a regular next door guy. I mean, so it was weird at first, but that's what I like about everybody, though.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I feel that.
I love that.
He is who he is.
Steph, what about you? Like, for you, just with Jennifer, if she was one of the first people, when she asked you that day about, your kids and how they did their first day of school, like, for us on the other end, it is hard to know when you can trust. When did you know that you could trust her? And what did she do to make you feel comfortable in your skin?
Yeah, this is hard because I had come out of that situation where I felt like when I tried to have friends, it failed miserably. And so I do remember coming in with a little bit of like, I don't know if I was guarded, because I really wasn't. I think that I knew I had talked to the Lord. I'm like, Lord, I trust that if I am my 100% self from the get-go, you're going to take care of me, and I'm not going to try to be anybody different. And so I think because I had that mentality, I just came in, and when I started, I just right away, I think I would like feel out the waters, and I would just say like something honest about something I'm struggling with or whatever, and see the response. And I felt like immediately there was no, I could sense from her that she was real. And I don't know what it is. I always go for the people who are very straightforward.
Yes, I will fight for
like
you.
on this side of the table right here, the ones who you know are loyal and I could sense that. And so when I spoke to her and I started opening up some, and I realized, oh, like, she's great. She's not judging me. I didn't sense any of that. I was like, okay, this could work. And I loved that she was honest with me and would be like direct, because I don't want to wonder what you're thinking. I hate that. I want to know what you're thinking. And if you have a problem with me, just like, give me some vibes, tell me or something.
If I had a wish, my wish would be everybody, let's just all be honest. Let's,
Yes.
If you don't want to do something, you don't want to be here. I don't know. I just wish everybody could just tell everybody exactly how they feel.
And stop people pleasing. I'm sitting here thinking, like, do you think that, because I too am drawn to people
Like
them who are more, they're less people pleasy. They will tell you the truth in love.
Yep.
And I think we all need people like that in our lives, but I am drawn to like Enneagram 8s. And do you think that's because, like, do you think a lot of people who tend to be more people pleasing are drawn to people who aren't?
Probably.
Like, I was just sitting here thinking, like, that's so interesting to me, because it's like we feel like we have to like please people, but
they've made me realize I don't have to do that. Like I can just, I don't know. Like Jennifer, I think most people love Jennifer. Like I don't know of people who don't like Jennifer.
Hello,
and she's
does my
very
husband
honest.
hear this?
Griff, you have a great wife.
Listen, Griff.
Yeah. But I mean, like, she's just fun and she's honest, and it makes me realize, like, I can be like that too. And it's okay.
Yeah.
And so
life is short. So
yeah.
I want to know what she thinks about us.
oh my gosh,
as your friends. You know what I mean?
Jennifer probably didn't like y'all either at first.
I do love it for Stephanie, just because I do know the hard time she had at our previous church, wanting to make friends and having relationships, and it didn't go so well. That I'm glad she found y'all, because it wasn't a while till you found them. And I don't even remember
like
how you
2 years,
got to
I
know
think.
them. Yeah.
The failed conference that we were supposed to
Oh,
have. The
yeah,
women's
that's
conference.
right. Darn COVID.
I know, yeah. For sure.
But look, when I read y'all's book, I still want to go back to your grade school teacher who said you did something on the swing that day.
yes.
You did
Right.
too.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Smith, where are you? I mean,
Listen, we need to set up a meeting.
I heard to apologize.
I love that.
Her name was not Smith, by the way.
all the Smiths out there. They're
Yeah,
like,
yes, I mean.
well, I love that, Steph. You know, the way that you're talking about Jennifer. I think that does help for the church members that are listening, that even if that's not your personality, and you might be going, well, that's just not me. I can't be bold. I can't just say what's on my mind. I struggle with that. It's okay. But I think it is something that we all can learn. Just like with my friendships, I learned how to be more like them in some ways. And so I think like you can listen to this and go, wow, like if I can just open up and just be honest, you know, that does really actually put people at ease, because when there's not a lot said, you go away questioning and wondering, where if you get an honest person that just is who they are, I think you can gain trust quicker. I think that's the one thing. So that's just like an applicable thing that I feel like everyone can do. Just learn to be more of yourself, and then to be honest with them on your struggles. And then maybe they will start to be honest with you, for sure. So, okay, now that y'all are friends and things are going well, right? They're going well. Anything we need to talk about?
I guess we're okay today.
I mean, yeah. Sort of.
For you within the church, and of course I know like being friends outside of the church, you know, y'all have been friends for quite a while now, so I know it's not just within the church. How do y'all make your friendship work with your busy schedules, kids, work, ministry? How does that work? What works for y'all? Maybe some things that y'all can kind of share that help, that maybe someone else can hear and go, okay.
We really haven't hung out in quite a while.
Oh, right.
Before
But-
life got busy,
Yeah.
we would hit up Starbucks and Target, and then just
Yes.
walk around and shop and talk.
And then you moved away.
Yes, I move like 30 minutes out, so I try not to come to town at all.
She stays at the lake.
Yes,
Well, I feel like if I lived on the lake, I might not want to come to town either.
Yes.
No.
No.
But I do feel like the texting and checking in, and then at church, I'm always like trying to find her.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there she is.
Yes. I do have a few people I try to search for as soon as I
Yeah.
get there. But I think you put it on your Instagram story the other day about, people maybe not asking y'all how you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel like I fail at that. Especially like when my life is such chaos right now that I don't ask anybody how they're doing. I mean,
I feel like you have done that though. You've checked in with my kids, and you've checked in.
yeah, I do because I love them so much.
Yeah.
And I like to aggravate them. So
She does. Oh gosh, Bentley loves her so much.
I know he does, even though he doesn't.
Well, I think that's one thing, like just that, like when you find friends that love your kids, I think that's special. I think it
is.
opens up a different bond that like, you're not just loving my kid because you love me. You just truly have seen my kids and love my kids for who they are.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's special and actually bonds a friendship closer, even without anything being said, which I think it's super cool. So that's one.
Yeah.
Maybe you do need to check in more.
Yeah.
But one thing y'all did say is y'all still do check and text each other, even if you don't see each other as much. So you make it work. Maybe you can do better in some ways, but I
can you
that's
challenge
life.
us right now, Miss Challenger?
I'm available.
You have to come to
I'm
town.
available after June.
Oh my gosh! I'm telling you, with sports
Yes.
and everything
We are
else.
we are
That's
travel,
hard.
so
I
we are
mean,
gone every weekend.
Yeah, that's
For sure.
hard when you. I think that's okay. I mean, Jenna and
Seasons.
Lawanda talked about that as well, like with the seasons that they were in. They don't see each other as much, but when they're
Right.
together, it feels like nothing has.
I don't feel like any time has
Yeah.
passed.
Yeah.
You make it count.
Yeah, she's definitely like easy to just kind of like, let's laugh, let's hang out, like whatever.
Here
No
for a
matter how
good
much.
time.
Yeah. Well, and I think like for those that are struggling out there and going, hey, like, man, I do really miss the friendship. I do miss bonds. Like, I know that they're still there, but I don't see them because of the busy schedule. Like, I think we can get out of knowing how much we need friendship when our schedules do get busy. So I would say, like, even just once a week, checking in on each other and going, hey, what's new? Like, how are the kids doing? How is sports doing? And how's school going? How is the podcast doing?
Yeah.
Like, just checking in once a week to just go, hey, I'm thinking of you. I think will go a long way.
How's the lake?
Yeah, how's the lake?
Is
When
it
am I
looking
coming
nice?
out there
When am I
again?
coming out there?
Yeah. Start the sentence.
You don't want to know what it looks like right now after it storms. It looks like very dirty water. But
Oh.
I think that's why I have to make a priority to show up to church as much as possible. Because it's not for social, but if I didn't come on Wednesdays, I would probably have no interactions with friends.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's kids, it's schools, it's practice, it's homework, it's travel. So I actually see my soccer moms more than anybody because we are together,
Yeah.
sometimes 5 times a week. So
Yeah. It's
Yeah, for
hard
sure.
when the kids are in
It's
stuff
the
too.
season.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
season
seasonal.
of the young kids where you have to drive them everywhere and they have
Yes.
so much going on. Yeah, I feel that because during basketball season, going doing that. And then even just this work, I say we have to travel and we go places and like it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I think one thing that like Jen and I, that was on the first week of our friendship podcast, like we'll go ahead and schedule time out, even if it's just a lunch. So maybe if y'all just scheduled, hey, Starbucks and Target on June 5th, like,
Oh, it's got to be after June, she said.
yeah.
oh, like
June,
the whole June,
July.
And then you'll
Look at our
be, then you'll be
calendars.
gone to camp. And,
That's so true.
but figuring out like scheduling ahead so then it's on the calendar. Y'all
That's what I have to
plan
do.
something. I think that's a good thing to do so it doesn't feel like, hey, I've already planned something. I know that they know I'm thinking about them.
Yeah.
They're thinking about me. We've got this. I think it's just like an added to help when things do get busy.
I have
That's
2
what-
calendars in my backpack. So
There you
Nice.
go.
you'll
Oh
have
my
to
gosh.
text me or call me. I have 2 calendars. So they're, sitting in my bag at work.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, we have so enjoyed having you on this podcast today. So we have rapid fire questions for you.
Oh
Do
my
you-
gosh, I
do
don't
you
want to
think
say
you're ready?
answers quickly.
Okay.
What if they're bad?
Well, they don't have to be super rapid
have to go,
fire.
like, super
You can
fast.
think about them if
Yeah.
you need
Okay.
to. Okay. Are you ready? Number one is if you could go back and give yourself, your younger self, one piece of friendship advice, what would it be?
I think celebrate your friends' winnings.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I do feel like there are some times where I'm like, why not me? Or you have to be happy for them, genuinely
Yeah.
happy for them. So I was going, like I said, these last couple of years have been chaos. I talked to a friend on the phone. Some things were going really well. And I hung up and I'm like, I'm really actually happy for her. And I'm like, why did it take me so long? I mean, so
Yeah.
I think just celebrating your friends' wins genuinely and being happy for them.
That's good.
Yeah, more people need to do that. Yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
Okay, so with you and Stephanie, when y'all do actually see each other, what's something that
I
y'all
can
do
think of
love?
my favorite.
And y'all could both answer this
Like love to do for fun.
with each other.
Back in the day when we did our annual,
Oh, our beach trip.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah, we haven't gotten to have one of those in a while.
once again, because
Should
of
I call
sports.
out her name on here and tell her we haven't been in a while?
Like, you know who you are. We want another beach trip.
Yeah.
Girls' time.
We love the beach, shopping,
Mhm.
talking, and drinking coffee.
All right, all the good
Yeah.
stuff. Yep, true.
So that's both of yours is the beach?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It was-
how could it
I
not
mean,
be?
how
Those
could
are
it
some
be?
really good memories, though, for real.
Yeah. I know my family's all about the mountains, and I'm like, oh, no.
Just take
I'd
me
rather
to
be
the
hot
beach.
and on a sunny beach.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that's one
For
thing I know.
sure.
Like Stephanie, whenever she would come home from beach trips, the couple, I think she's had 2 since we've been friends, or at least 1.
Yeah.
But she always came back just so like refreshed and like so many fun stories and just laughter.
It's just the group of women that go to.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
everyone's like so different, but then at the same time, we somehow all
We
like
all are very different. baby.
mesh
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
and we just like nobody feels pressured to
I
do
love that.
anything. Everyone can relax and like just whatever.
We're all inclusive, too. I don't, you know, when you're younger, you do a spend the night. Somebody always feels left down. I don't feel like that.
Mm-mm, it doesn't feel like that at all.
No.
So, note to self: make sure you vacation with your friends.
Yes, it's the best.
We're all saying yes to
Yeah.
that. It's so fun.
Yes.
Okay, so last question. What
Oh.
would you say to someone that is in a season of loneliness?
I need to give like the biblical truth answer, or
You can say whatever you want.
Both,
Say
either
both.
one.
I would definitely say do your devotion, your prayer. I mean, because again, these past couple of years, so I do find myself on and off with God. But when I finally can be like, okay, Jennifer, you know what you need to do, sit down, do it. I do feel better, and then I will get in a time where I will exclude myself, but then I will have to reach out. I mean, if people see me and think that I'm hard to get to know or I'm mean, if you just talk to me,
Yeah.
then I'll end up liking you. It's just
Yeah.
I'm not going to you at first. Most of the time, I'm not coming to you at first.
Yeah.
I gotta sit in the background and watch you.
So if somebody's listening and you're going, there's somebody in your church and you're just assuming things about them, don't assume. Just go and talk to them.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd love to just
mean-
say something to anybody walking down the church hall. I mean, any
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
random thing, just say something to them. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Jen, thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
So I hope somebody listens.
Oh, they will. They will. A lot of people will listen. A lot of people. And I think it's just really cool for them to hear how different friendships work and just different personalities. And just there were some really good, just like nuggets of truth that they can take away and go back with their friendships and be inspired. So you did a great job.
Thanks.
Okay, guys. Until next time, we love you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, friends, if you have enjoyed this episode as much as we have, please help us spread the word on Facebook and Instagram.
If you didn't know yet, Instagram is where all the fun is at. From dance reels on Wednesdays to spiritual encouragement and laugh out loud posts in between, there is something for everyone.
And last but certainly not least, if you could take a moment right now to stop what you're doing and give us a rating and review, even subscribe to our podcast, this seriously helps other people find us who wouldn't be able to otherwise. Thank you so much for your love and support. We hope you'll tune in next week.